What do you think about the future of WoW PvP?
I don't even know what the future of our PvP is. I mean, do you know what it is? It's like, will Blizzard bother to... Time to get animated. Will Blizzard...
Oh, you're getting that a bit. Go.
I probably need to.
Yeah, go.
Will they bloody well invest in PvP? For feck's sake. Where are the battlegrounds? Come on. Like, imagine if Call of Duty had, like, one map per game mode, maybe two for some, and that was it. It's like, what's going on, Blizzard? How can you not make battlegrounds? I mean, you've got like CTF in Twin Peaks and not Rathai Basin and Warsong Gulch, right? So you got those, and they're great. But why not more? Because guess what? That game mode is completely different if you play that in two different maps with two different layouts. It cannot be hard to make more capture the flag maps. Why don't we make more maps? So there's that, and that applies to CTF. That applies to, I mean, basically all of the core game modes. I'd basically say Epic Battlegrounds, let's not bother for a while. They're, cool fantasy, cool scale. Gameplay's a bit shit, for the most part. So, those BGs. I mean, whenever I saw the brawls were a thing in the game, I got so excited. Because I was like, oh wow, they are finally going to start innovating about. No, they just did a bunch of brawls, and it was fine and cool, but they never actually turned into proper game modes or new maps, or like, it's like, where do those experiments go? What's going on? Like, do they all need to be a gimmick? I don't know. I mean, my favorite thing is just having a pure and simple game of Warsong Gulch, or Arithai Basin. So it's like, in the future, I think Blizzard needs to see the amount of PvP participation they've got by giving it a vaguely sensible loot system. And anytime I talk about PvP loot, even though I now think it's good, I purposefully ensure that I'm dripping with venom. And the reason why is the team sitting there and having the goddamn gall tell me that I would get gear in a certain order from a vendor anyway, therefore they're going to remove that choice from me and just give it to me on a weekly, my weekly welfare ticket? My weekly rations? The government giving me my weekly thing? Like, that BFA system, okay, the BFA PvP system is one of the most, it's maybe the most irate I have got at systems designers. I would say, basically, I don't know how you can make the BFA PvP system without specifically that part of gearing, without being some sort of absolutely crazy big ego person. Because how can you have the gall to say that you know what all those other people are going to do and that you know best, even though most people are going for some sort of vaguely blended gearing solution that is all to do with their own wants and desires in the game. So now that they finally have decided to make there be a PvP gearing system that players can actually engage in, and from what I understand, that actually has been quite good for numbers, right? PvP, I can certainly say anecdotally, PvP participation is through the roof in people I know who would normally never touch PvP. So this has got to be the justification for more resources, for more stuff, for more PvP. Where are the maps? What's going on? We need so much more. A new expansion has came out. Where is my Bastion, Ardenweald, Revendreth, and Maldraxxus battleground? Why is there not a battleground for Maldraxxus? That's the most Maldraxxi thing you could think of, is a BG. Where is it? What's going on?
All you really get is the Kyrian Arena.
Yeah.
And that is something that a lot of players might not actually know, but that's a big asset reuse. One way or the other, because the Kyrian Arena is almost identical to the Path of Ascension place where you fight.
Yeah.
So it's, yep, there you go.
And I'm happy with asset reuse.
Yeah, 100%,
I mean,
100%.
Please reuse all the assets you've done for any zone or any dungeon of the game and repackage them into more PvP content. Then I'd say, the more the merrier they could do with PvP, customizations and rewards and stuff like that. The problem here is just, again, in spite of World of Warcraft being alongside Call of Duty, other humongous Activision Blizzard property, where's the resources? What's going on? Why does it feel like Blizzard cannot give new PvP maps to PvPers regularly? It's like, you could be waiting 2 or 3 years for a new Battleground. We have in the past, right?
Oh, that's a bad number to hear. Like,
yeah. In what universe is that a reasonable thing?
Yeah.
And like, even if I didn't play PvP, and actually when I did not play PvP, I still said this, so this is not just, oh yeah, dickhead, just because you can get gear from it now, you're excited. No, I think that this is like now the opportunity to be like, hey, look what's happened. What are you doing? And for that, it's like, yeah, how does it feel like Blizzard cannot give us more character customization options and class sets and more dungeons than the 8? Come on, only 8 than the 8 we got at launch. And more arenas. And more battlegrounds. Because, goddammit, when I see an expansion pack, I want to feel like it's an expansion pack. And yes, it's the new zones and dungeons and raids and all that stuff is really great. But it's just like when there are elements of the game that you could say are pillars of the game that feel so left behind. And, they did all of that talk about, but we revamped, Warsong Gulch and Arithai Basin. I don't give a shit. I mean, I'm sorry. They look really nice now. Mm-hmm. But it's still Warsong Gulch and AB. They're great. I love those maps. Awesome. But, like, giving them some Warfront assets is not it's not new gameplay, it's not new content. What's going on? So, I mean, whenever you get me to talk about PvP, for me it's just this thing of like, I'm always flabbergasted at how little content there is, and seemingly how little time they actually dedicate to content, and how it seems like the World of Warcraft team does not have the time and money and headcount that it needs to get things done. And you could say that's bullshit armchair game dev stuff, and yeah, it actually is. But at the same rate, how do other games, sometimes with confirmed smaller teams, seem to do more? How does it seem like World of Warcraft is always having to cheap out on things when it's goddamn World of Warcraft? Yep. Where Call of Duty has got like 6 studios, 3 leads, working on yearly releases, and there's also the big mobile game, and there's also Warzone. You're like,
yeah.
Quadruple Ian's budget. Just give it to me and go. I mean, what's going on?
Let's go back to the very, very, very recent past. 5th highest grossing in a month where they're 41% down on users. Hello?
What were they like when that was at the top?
Yeah. It's completely insane. And you know what? I thought of this. I was off camera, but I thought of this and started smirking as soon as I thought of it. You were saying that. That team has no resources. They don't get to make anything. Yet, what gear system is being used in Mythic Plus, which is seen as a massive, massive upgrade to everything the entire WoW team's done for gearing in PvE in a long time, and will probably be extended into raids? The PvP one.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it would be the same team on PvP gearing and PvE gearing. I imagine there's a lot of overlap, but it's a case where PvP was where the answers lay basically all along. Or at least it did this expansion. And to be fair to them, solving it in like one minor patch is pretty big. But man, it's whoever came up with that idea, whoever implemented that idea and forced it through, give them the ability to make Warsong Gulch, but a different map. Give us CTF, all that, the domination stuff, just more stuff. Did you ever do the I think it was AB winter one where it was snowing?
Oh yes,
that brawl.
That was so cool.
Yeah, it was AB, but it felt a bit different. It was nice. Not even to do with the visibility reduction. Just the map's covered in snow now. Can we have a?
But the visibility reduction did alter gameplay.
Yeah, it was great.
And that was, I think, one of the really important things there.
It was great. But it's like, can we have a Loch Modan, like base capturing point, please?
Yeah,
we have one of those. You've got the assets. You've got the assets. I mean, they might be a bit old now, but you've got them.
Why did Battle for Azeroth, other than the Where Are We Dropping Boys Fortnite map, that came out in a Legion patch, by the way.
Yeah.
Where was the battle for Azeroth? Was it in Battlegrounds? No. It was on the mission table.
Yep.
Because you actually look at the lore of the mission table, that's where loads of the like actual battle for Azeroth happened on your mission table, while you were kind of off doing like special forces stuff. But it's like, why could that not be? Why? What's going on?
Yeah, I think. Oh no. Someone just said BG's with Affix's job done. Oh no.
Oh no! Don't do that.
Are
Blizzard.
you ready for Battlegrounds Plus?
By the way, the reason why we react like that is just because slapping an affix on it, it's like, that is a very systems-driven solution to the problem.
Yeah.
But I think what people would be a lot more excited about is just, hey, here's new stuff to do. Have fun. Because especially if it's a new battleground, and then it comes with a bunch of achievements. And then you can maybe do it so that, you know, you've got... I mean, it was just cool how back in, you know, like, vanillas and stuff, the battlegrounds had their own vendor and their own rep. Yes. And, you know, that all just felt a bit more holistic. It's like, where is that now? So whoever asked that question's probably got bitten off more than, or got more than they thought.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. That was that was fun, if nothing else. That was fun, if nothing else. So that's I mean, good luck getting that into a tweet. What do you think of the future of WoW PvP? A lot. Oh,
yeah. So I mean, what that actually means for the future, then, I think it is more just hopefully PvP going pretty decently now. Will give people who in the team are advocating for more PvP content, hopefully it'll give them a little bit more to advocate with when those big team meetings and those decisions are being made. So, hopefully.
Yep, let's hope so. If any other super interest. We riled people up too much on PvP.
Yes, I think we've deleted all the questions we've received.
15 minutes of Q&A was 17 minutes of PvP talk. Beautiful. Beautiful.